Thanks for joining me for today's short scale study. Today, we're going to build our tone and technique in the key of concert C major. Let's review the names of the notes that we're going to need on our alto saxophone, because the alto saxophone in concert C major plays the A major scale. So we're going to start on A. Along the way, we're going to need our C sharp and an F sharp and a G sharp. So let's jump into number 1, concert C major, major scale, and arpeggio. Quarter notes. I've got my metronome set at 70 beats per minute for these advanced scale studies, and I hope you'll join me and play at 70 beats per minute. Here we go. Number 1. 1, 2, ready. Very good. Now, if you made an error, it was probably on the G sharp. Let's review that fingering. For a G sharp, you need the 3 fingers on your left hand. In addition, you'll need your pinky right here on a G sharp key. That key is crucial for the A major scale. Let's jump on to number 2, major scale and arpeggio, 8th notes. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Next is the major chords. There are 2 lines or 2 voices of music through these major chords, and I'll be playing the bottom. When you play the top voice, make sure that you've got C sharps as you play through this line. You'll need a C sharp. 1, 2, ready. Now let's do the pattern of thirds study. Again, we're going to need our C sharps in this study, so be careful and make sure all C's are played as C sharp. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Next, we're going to move on to our chromatic pivot scale drill. The pivot note that we're always going to return to is the note E in this drill. We'll also need a D sharp, which is fingered by playing the note D and adding our right pinky to the top pinky key. And then we're going to need E and then D natural. We'll need a C sharp and a C natural. We'll also need a B and an A sharp, 3 notes from the end. A sharp is the fingering for B flat. Our 2 fingers on our left hand and our side key mechanism on our right. And then we'll end this study with the note A natural. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Now we'll move on to our chromatic scale. We're going to start with the note A, then A sharp, which is the B flat fingering, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, which remember again is that pinky key next to our 3rd finger on our right hand, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. On the way down the chromatic scale, saxophonists, especially alto saxophonists, are often confused with an A flat coming down. An A flat is a G sharp. Another note that's confusing is the G flat. That's just F sharp. Then F, E, E flat. Oh, that's the D sharp fingering we used on the way up the scale. Then D, D flat is a C sharp. C, B, B flat, A. Let's play it, our chromatic scale. Remember that at the end of this method book, there is a fingering guide with a picture diagram of all of your fingerings, so use that for extra help. 1, 2, ready. And finally, the chorale. Now, the chorale has a tempo of 132 beats per minute, but I've played all of this page at 70 beats per minute, so I'm going to stay at that tempo. I'll play the bottom notes. When you play the top notes, remember that you're going to need C sharp, especially as the first note, C sharp, and then you'll need F sharps and G sharps also along the way, if your part calls for it. The bottom part does call for the G sharp. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And there you have it, Concert C Major. Remember, along with this study, you're going to need to use your C sharps and also your F sharps and your G sharps to be successful. I hope you'll consider playing this study again really soon and moving on to some of the other advanced scale studies in this series. Keep on practicing.